Dear Jamaica. So Vibes Cartel made an appearance at the PNP conference on Sunday, and the whole of Jamaica in a meltdown. What I thought would end in meltdown Mondays has now extended into Tuesday, as the entire high society society of Jamaica is up in arms in their righteous indignation about how could the PNP possibly invite such a miscreant into their presence, and yada yada and da da da. I mean, Cliff Hughes, oh my God, his rant. I'm very surprised that he didn't burst a blood vessel, not to mention Dion Jackson Miller is the first I've ever heard her. So she was almost stuttering, you know. And all the while, Vybz Kartel is simply living his best life. The man leave from PNP conference home, go paid and fresh up and go Digicel Rising Stars as a guest judge. Let him leave there, go straight to Mega, drifting the night away. All the while, all of these people are behind him having this meltdown. First and foremost, Vybz Kartel is a free individual. You know him free. That means him can go anywhere him want. Vybz Kartel is also a celebrity. That means if him go somewhere, crowd are go draw. Because I guarantee you, if people pass and see Cliff Hughes, crowd not go draw. Even Dion, some will love you, but crowd not go draw when you go anywhere. Vybz Kartel come back from Panama the other day at Montego Bay Airport, Sangsters, and crowd draw. Airport nearly have a lockdown. So before you have PNP up in arms about treating Vybz Kartel like a celebrity, maybe you should just have Jamaica up in arms because nobody's listening to you. I wonder if you realize that nobody is literally listening to you. You have politicized the media landscape so much. The people them decide, so them done with this government, so them done with you too. First and foremost, yesterday I was stuck in traffic along a main thoroughfare. And normally you hear people blast all different radio stations. I heard somebody listening to Andre Stevens on full blast. I never hear RJR, never hear Beyond the Headlines. From me come back, I don't listen Beyond the Headlines. I have not listened to local radio. I have my playlist, and if I want to take in a blogger or two, I do. Me personally take a small break because of school. But a blogger's running the place now. Nobody's listening to you on mainstream media. So rant and rail all I want about Vybz Kartel being a convicted criminal. When really and truly, this is like the biggest backlash to the government because at the end of the day, the government is fighting tooth and nail to maintain the Privy Council. What an irony that the Privy Council has declared that Vybz Kartel is not a convict. They threw out his conviction. That means he's not a convict. And they threw the case back to the appeal court, who decided against trying him again. That means he's not a convict. He was never a convict because the Privy Council, which you are fighting tooth and nail to keep, has decided that Vybz Kartel is not a convict. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe he's innocent or guilty, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. At the end of the day, the man is a star. The man decided to go to the PNP conference, and me personally know say, if him did decide to go to the JLP conference, all hell would have popped loose, bare excitement. One would have happy. You would not be hearing this argument about how could they. Because Andrew Holness has done everything in his power to get Vybz Kartel's attention from Vybz Kartel just became incarcerated. From 2014, 2015, Andrew Holness all over the place, quoting Vybz Kartel. Don't make we pull up the receipts because we have them. So while the man was in jail as a convict, you were quoting him and picking him up on all of these things. But now that the case overthrow and the man chose not to, basically he chose to ignore your existence. That's what he chose, yeah. He chose to ignore that you exist. And he decided to support the PNP. All of a sudden, he is the wickedest person. What a irony. We're not even looking at you. God don't like ugly. Cartel is a creation of your own system, right? The man beat him case whether you like it or not. And you're up and as a lawyer, I cannot understand. Diane Jackson Miller is supposed to have sense. She's very bright. And now I listen to her, but from what day, God no. I decide to need a break. From me come back, I decide to no, this not making any sense. Because it's like she is sidelining her common sense. She's a lawyer, an attorney at law, and she's supposed to understand the distinction between moral aptitude and the law. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't purport to be a lawyer, but we can sit down and say anything that we want to say. The man is a free man. And whether we agree with it or not, whether it's a technicality or not, it is what it is. It is what it is, and you have to treat him as though he has never been convicted of anything. So we don't want the righteous. It miss me with the righteous indignation and the fake outrage. The fake outrage when you've had all of these dancehall artists and platforms from Wappy Kill Philo. Bobby Montague had Ninja Man giving a motivational speech. Did you forget that? Wayne Marshall got an OD after performing at the GLP conference. Daryl Vaz and his missus was whining and grinding to Jashi at a political conference in Portland. You forget, and people were saying her waist don't work. She have white woman waist. Remember that? Yeah, Jashi. So what are you saying about all of this government badness? Remember, say, oh no, it's government badness, you know. Who is that again? Oh yeah, Chronic Law. No, Chris Tufton pandering to Valiant, who apparently hit him down with his bicycle. So what are you talking about separating dancehall from politics? Why is it now that dancehall artists like Vybz Kartel and Buju Banton select and Popcorn select the PNP? You all have a problem. Shaggy too. A few others. I see Tanya Stevens coming over to the PNP slowly, but yeah, but things not going your way now, so you decide to kick over the marbles. Come on now. Don't be like that. Anyway, that's all I have to say on the matter. We have other things to talk about, but I also have schoolwork to do. Bless upon yourself.